What's going on, my people? Tony here from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com and Paradise Garage. Hope you guys are doing well. Quickly, if you guys can type in the chat where you're tuning in from, and if you can hear and see me, let me know everything's good before we get started. And let me know if you are a Learn Auto Body and Paint VIP member or not. And if you are a new VIP member, type in the chat, new VIP member, because I want to say welcome you guys to priority on the calls, especially with your questions and answers. We do try to get everybody, but VIPs are priority. And really appreciate you jumping on today. I couldn't make it yesterday. I had a few things to do in town, and I wasn't available, so we switched it over to Tuesday. So welcome. Again, let me know if you guys can hear and see me. We got a question in already. We got lifetime VIP member from Kansas, Mr. Harold Schwinn. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. And also type in the chat if you are coming in from Facebook or YouTube. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Yeah, looks like we're good. Give me 1 second, guys. This screen is kind of getting a little weird on my end. Let's see. Okay, so if you're a total newbie, guys, just tuning in for the first time, put first timer tuning in. If you're a VIP member, first timer, type in first time VIP member tuning in live. Again, I try to go live for about 30 minutes per week to do a quick Q&A with new VIP members, older VIP members, or anybody who's looking to get some quick little insight on their auto body project. Because I know everybody's project is unique, although the fundamentals of auto body are pretty much the same. But sometimes you're working on something and you just kind of need some help along the way with some steps and whatnot. So loud and clear, VIP, loud and clear. Sounds good. Video, first timer, long time watcher. Awesome, guys. Daniel Garcia says, what's up? Okay, so we got a question. Let's just start off really quickly. Hi, Hollywood F1 VIP. What's up, Bernard Diaz? We're tuning in here from the North Shore of Hawaii. Cruising today with you guys for about 30 minutes, taking your Q&A. What's going on? So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start off. How many new VIP members that joined within the recent week? Any new VIP, Learn Auto Body VIP members who joined within the past week? Let me know, because sometimes I like to do a quick little giveaway, and my team is going to verify. Don't just say, yeah, I'm a new VIP member, because you're going to email in. My team's going to verify that you're a new member, and then we'll send you a gift. So we do things like that every once in a while. Multiple times per month. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead while you guys type in the chat, and I'm going to kind of go up and answer the first question here. We got, hi, Tony. Okay, let's see. Hi, Tony. Just sent you an email with photos of my 98 Mustang peeling paint. First time trying to do paint and do this in my garage. Thanks. The question is, should I sand down paint to metal or just to the primer? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead quickly and see if I can get your email and pull it up and pull up the photos. Let's see. What is your name, by the way? And where did you send the email to? Because I don't see it. If you send it to Tony@LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com, I get it. If you send it to support@LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com or Ninja Support@LearnAuto, I won't get it. Like the team, the girls get that, but the girls also get emails that go to Tony@LearnAutoBody as well, and they forward it to me. So let me know if you want to try sending it in again, because I don't see it within the past hour. I don't see anything. So if you want to resend it to Tony@LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com, do that, and then we'll get back to you. But all in all, you don't have to sand to bare metal, and you don't even have to sand to primer to paint. As long as you scuff up your paint, okay, to accept a new fresh coat of 2K primer, then you're good. You're good to go. But you always want to prime over feathered surfaces. You don't want to be priming over like chipped areas or rough, hard edges. Okay, so you want to make sure you You basically sand everything down smoothly. We'll go to the garage in just a bit. I'll show you the new project we're working on. And guys, we got some new videos popping out this week again. We just completed another project, a one-wheel project. I'm still editing the BMW series, and that's going to be coming out very soon. We got 4 new videos for VIP on the BMW collision repair series that goes super in-depth. And then that's going to be broken down into 1 or 2 free YouTube videos that we're going to pop out that you're going to get an extreme amount of value from as well. So let's see. So everybody's saying what's going on. San Antonio, VIP, loud and clear from Nebraska. Sent it to Tony at Learn Autobody. I'll check that in a bit. Emilio says, do you think it affects if I apply bondo in low cold temperatures? It depends how cold. You know, like, what do you mean? Like, are you talking icy cold? I would definitely try to heat up your garage to 60 degrees if you can, 60, 70, before laying filler. And if you're going to be laying body filler in a super cold climate, make sure you add a little bit extra hardener in it. Okay, don't go on the light side of adding your hardener. Go a little extra so that activator in there works and it heats up. You know, because that basically it heats up your body filler to cure, right, to get hard. So I would just add a little extra. I'm checking my email now. I guess we're just gonna have to wait a bit for that to pop in. I don't see it yet. So I will let you know as soon as that email pops in, dude. Let's see. Who is the email coming in from? What name? Yeah, I haven't got anything yet. Maybe it's just loading slow on my end or whatever. I don't know. But I will keep a lookout, an eye open for it. So let's go to the next question super quickly. Quick question: shooting pearl with intercoat base. Do you recommend using a bigger tip size like 2.0, or can I get away with using a 1.4? It depends on what size flake you're using. If you're using medium to mini size flakes, you could definitely get away with doing it with a 1.4 size tip. All right. So no worries with that. If you're using a medium size to a 0.04 millimeter size flake you're using, any micro sequence flake through 1.4, just make sure that you take out the neck filter. You don't need this filter. Okay, sometimes there's a little neck filter in here. Okay, make sure you pull that out, and then you could just strain your clear coat or whatever before putting it in. And if you're using a micro sequence flake, you could still strain it. It'll go right through the strainer. It's so fine. All right. But if you're using a bigger flake, strain your clear coat into another batch and then mix your flake in and then just pour it straight in. You don't have to worry about straining it. All right. Okay, let's see. So guys, just type in your questions, any auto body and paint questions you got, anything you're working on. Feel free to type in your most burning questions on that. And I'm looking for the email. If you guys want to send me some images to look at or video to look at to reply back to you, email it over to Tony@learnautobodyandpaint.com. Tony@learnautobodyandpaint.com. This way I get the email and I can check it out and help you out further. All right. So it's Tony@learnautobodyandpaint.com, not just Tony@learnautobody, for you guys out there. Just making sure. All right. So what else is new, guys? What are you working on? This time is yours for the next 20 minutes or so. We're going to answer any auto body questions you got. And in the meantime, I'm going to post a couple links here for you newbies. How many newbies tuning on for the first time ever? Newbies tuning in for the first time ever? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and post a link here to get some free training at learnautobodyandpaint.com. You get some videos, some guides, downloadable guides and whatnot if you're looking to get into this. So Jordan McSlay says, Jordan here, VIP member for a couple of months. I've watched all your videos. Awesome stuff. Thank you for sharing. Question. Got it. Thanks. Resent. Okay. Yep. What's your question? First live show. Awesome. 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 Welcome to the live show. And I think the live show is very cool because we could help you out on the spot with whatever questions you got. You know what I mean? So throw them at me and I'll help you out as best as I can and help you on the way. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Gonna double check my email again. Refresh it here. Haven't got anything yet. So guys, if you want to send me some images this way, if you send me images or video, I can basically do a quick screen share so everybody can see and everybody can benefit, you know, basically kind of on the strategy to tackle your project and help you out further. So just let me know. I'm doing great. First time on Q&A session. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see. Wow, I'm getting a bad gateway on learnautobodyandpaint.com. Weird. It was working okay just a little while ago. Maybe it's just something to do with the network quick, but I'll have my my guy check it out in the next couple of hours if it's still acting up. Okay, so the question is, I got a 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer, cool car. Yes, I'm restoring it. It's got a little bit of everything damage wise, scratches, dents, corrosion, and weather damage on the paint. Awesome. The question is, how do I tackle, in which order do I tackle all the issues? So, good question. Great question. So how I look at it is, what is your end goal with the project? I'm assuming you said you're going to do a complete restore, right? A restoration. But what are you, I'm not sure how far you're going. Are you taking all the windows out? Are you stripping the interior? Like, how far are you going with it? And if he says you got dents, scratches, corrosion, weather damage. So if you're just going to be doing a complete auto body and paint restoration on this thing, the first thing you want to do, I think, is to get your grinder out and start grinding your dents, your corrosion areas, and just go around the car. If you plan to do a lot of body work in the next day or two, like within the first 2 days, then pretty much grind out everything that you think you're going to be coating with filler. Okay, if you don't think you're going to get to it, I don't recommend grinding it, because if you let it sit, it's gonna get some surface rust on it, and you never want to put filler over surface rust. Okay, so if you're putting filler, you're doing repairs on damages, you want to make sure you're grinding down the metal, especially large dents. Okay, large panels or large rusted, corroded areas, you're going to be grinding down a metal. You're going to be treating it with a vinegar water mixture to kill the rust. You could also cut the rust out. Depends on what you want to do. We show you both ways in VIP. But what I like to do is, if I'm going to be banging out a quick body job and I know I'm going to be putting in a couple 8-hour days, right? I just go around the whole car day one. Well, the first thing I like to do is go around and get a magic marker and just mark all the dents that I'm going to be repairing. Okay, just circle, because some dents you don't see too much, right? They're like a quarter or dime sized ding. They're dings. They're not really a huge dent. That you're going to be using the light with your panel. You're going to be seeing, you're going to be marking, going around the whole car so you know what you're going to be working on. And then the next step is basically sanding those mini dings with a DA 80 grit. Okay. I usually don't go down to metal if they're like a quarter size to dime size ding. I just fill them. Okay. There's no sense of panel beating or anything, because it's just a pain in the butt to get to the back of it sometimes. Especially if you got like, if it's in a door, do you want to go to take out the door panel just to pop out a little 1/8 ding, or is it easier just to hit it with 80 grit, fill it, flatten it out, you're done? Okay. Depends on what you want to do. Dings, I just fill. Dents, I will grind out, especially dents this big and larger. I will grind out, weld, pull out, body fill, and straighten it out with a DA orbital sander or a straight sander, depending on how big the dent is, and just going around. All right. So that, yeah, hopefully did that help? It's going to be a project over time because I work, but it's okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, thanks. So yeah, if you're only going to be doing sections at a time, say, your weekend project is going to be to, work on the door and fender. Okay. I would just grind out all the dents on the door and just get the body work done on there. Grind it down to metal, put filler on it, and you can leave the filler because it ain't going to surface rust. Your filler is covering the metal, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. You can just get to it a week later or 2 weeks later, just sand it down and then prime it. Okay. So yeah, if you need any other help, you start making some progress, just jump on live again. We'll help you out. And I think I just got that, Daniel Garcia. I was thinking about purchasing an Atom X spray gun and wondering if I can purchase it different tip sizes for that one gun. Absolutely, you can. If you check out Zula.com, they have all of the tip sizes. I think if you click on, let me see, accessories, spray guns. Hold on. I think if you click on spray guns at the top, it'll say needle and nozzle kits at the top. So if you go here, you pick out whatever Atom spray gun you're looking into. This is the X27, one of my favorite models of Atom spray guns. And you can definitely get a 1.8 or 2.0 tip size to spray your thicker filler primers. This is a 1.3 here. I like to spray out of a 1.3 to 1.4 tip size for most of my painting. But yes, you could get larger tip kits. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Oh, all right, guys, I'm gonna see if I can share my email super quickly. Did we get his email? No, we didn't. We didn't get your email, buddy. I know you said you sent in an email. I never got it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I didn't get it. All right, so I'm gonna go back to Q&A quick. Do you recommend, is there any other questions up here? A brand for a 60-gallon air compressor. I say if money's not a concern and you want to get the best of the best, then you could go for the best of the best. Quincy is a very good air compressor brand. There's a couple other good brands. Quincy's probably at the top of my list. I like Quincy if you're going to go brand name, but I have a Cobalt, which is a knockoff. They use the same motor and everything on a few different other brands. Okay. I think Home Depot has their brand or whatever it is. Cobalt at Lowe's, I got mine, and it's a quiet. I actually have a Bel Air in Texas. I sold it to my tenant. I had a Bel Air in Texas, and it was like, I think I paid $800 for that compressor, and it ran great, but it was really loud. I got the Cobalt here from Lowe's. I paid $650, and it's quiet, so much more quieter than my other compressor, and it runs really good. It's a 2-stage compressor, builds up air really quickly. So I would say, just get what you could afford. I like the Cobalt. It's doing no issues so far. Painted a few projects, no problems. And yeah, but definitely if you're going to be spraying a complete whole car, you're going to need a 60-gallon air tank for volume, so you don't run out of compressed air while you're on, doing those long sprays, right? When you're spraying the hood and when you're painting your car, you really don't want to stop in the middle of painting your car until you go around the whole car with your base coat or clear coat, right? Hopefully that answered your question. Emilio, did that help? Let me know. Type in the chat. Let me know if that helped. First time been building cars for a way long time and painting a 55 Willys wagon. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hopefully that works out well for you. Yeah, it's going to be a project over time because I work, but I get what you're saying. I read that. No problem. You gave me a point to start from, so thanks. I just joined YouTube. Didn't notify. What did I miss? Not sure, Robzilla. I've seen you on before. I think you just got to click the bell notification, so you get our alerts when we go live. I don't know what's going on. Okay, guys, if you also subscribe here to learn Autobody and Paint.com, we send you email alerts before we go live every single week. So literally 30 minutes or 45 minutes before we go live on YouTube, we send you an update saying, hey, we're going to go live. Come join us with the link. So if you're subscribed to Learn Autobody, it's a free newsletter, free trainings you get. If you want to join VIP, that's optional. I highly recommend it, but it's optional. How many VIPs in here recommend VIP? Any VIPs in here recommend VIP? Let me know. A few VIPs in here that are not on, that are usually on. Bella's clicked, I want all the knowledge. Awesome. Okay, let's see. So what's up, Ronnie? Long time no see, buddy. How you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing great, buddy. Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing? Paint has chemical reaction. Do you have to 2K primer? Well, if you're having paint reactions, 90% of the time, your panels are contaminated, not clean. Okay, there's something wrong. The other 10% is there's something wrong with your paint. Okay, your paint could be old. You might have some I don't know, condensation in it. I don't know. Okay, but 90% of the time it's surface prep, your environment. You know, make sure. Like I remember one of my dad's old shops. He used to be close to a mechanic shop, and sometimes they would be spraying WD-40, and it would literally travel, you know, like 100 feet or so, and sometimes fuck up our paint jobs. Sometimes, not all the time. It happened like, you know, a few times. So you got to be careful if somebody's spraying aerosol oils or silicone in the air around you. You know, you could get that wind that brings over that and then lays on the car, and then you get a chemical reaction. So always be sure you are using a wax and grease remover, or I use wax and grease remover. Okay, you could use Sprayway, that spray window cleaner. Clean your panels before you lay your primer. After your primer, clean your after your primer, you're going to be basically blocking it out, sanding it, getting it ready for paint, right? You're going to want to make sure you clean that as well. Tack it down and then paint it. Another problem some people have is their tack rag, okay, is too sticky. Maybe it's too hot in your garage, and the tack rag gets extremely sticky to the point where the glue is really literally coming off your hands and coming off on your panels when you push too hard. Okay, that's a problem too. So make sure your tack rag isn't 100 degrees and melting on your hands. Make sure, you know, maybe keep it in the house before you use it, you know, where it's like 80 degrees is fine, not going to kill it. But another important thing is when you're tacking, not to push hard, because the glue, if that glue comes off on the panels, that's going to give you a problem right there when you spray, because you're basically going to be spraying over a glue, okay, and that's going to give you a problem. So just make sure that you don't have any glue, solvent, or crap on your paint before you start painting. All right, let's see. I'm just kind of going back here. I recommend it. Awesome. Thank you. Fully recommended. VIP is recommended. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, how many coats of base do you normally do, bro, on a whole car repaint? Are you painting the same color or a complete color change? Or over primer that has no color? It depends. But normally, when you're going around a car, you're going to be going around the car about 2 times. And the correct answer is until it's covered, okay? Until everything looks a solid color, okay? Because sometimes you're going to have to go around the car 2.5 times. You know, maybe it's a red car with a bunch of primer spots all over it, and you want to cover your red first before you spray silver. Okay, it depends. So normally it's 2 times. You're going to be going over the car 2 times with new base coat. Okay, possibly 3. It depends on how well your coverage is. Okay, but normally 2 times is just right. It's just enough, just right to lay your clear coat on. Hopefully that helps. How long do you have to wait to paint over clear coat and base? It lifted on me after I sanded it and painted it the next day. Wait, how long do you have to wait to paint over clear coat and base? I'm a little confused on your question. So you did your base in clear and then you want to paint on top of the clear again? I don't know. Can you rephrase that, please, and just get back to me? Paint over clear coat and base it. So kind of give me a little bit more on what you're doing. I'm not sure what you're doing. This question's kind of confusing me. Give me a little bit more detail. Tony, I have a smaller compressor, just about 14 gallons. Can I use 2 connected compressors working together in order to have the airflow I need to complete a car paint? You could, but just keep in mind that the motor on your 14 gallons probably small. You probably have a 3/4 horsepower on there. Am I right? Or maybe a horsepower. So your pumping volume is going to be a lot slower than a compressor that's 3, 4, 5 horsepower where you're pumping a lot quicker. You could do it. It's just going to be a little challenging. You might have to play catch up a little bit because of your air compressor not being able to fill up your two tanks as quickly, you know, as a motor that pumps out a little bit more CFM for you. But it can be done. So if that's all you have to work with, you know, then just try it. Okay, just try it. Okay, awesome, guys. Awesome. Robzilla says, when painting wheels, what primer and clear coat do you recommend? Hard or soft clear coat? What's durable? I would definitely use the best clear coat you can when painting rims. I would go with a high solids, and I actually been painting a lot of with the Sherwin-Williams Acme clear coat. About $100 a gallon, 90 to $100 a gallon kit. Very good gloss, hardly any dieback, hardly any, and it's a good price and sprays out really, really well. Recommended to always use the slow reducer, slow activator, okay, when spraying clear coats over a project. We are going to spray what primer? Any 2K filler primer is going to be okay, buddy. Seriously. As long as you got a decent brand 2K filler primer, I would scuff it down, prime it. You might not even have to prime it, depending on the condition of your wheels. So if you're painting over new wheels or wheels that are already painted that have clear coat on them, all you got to do is scuff it down with 400 and just shoot some new base coat on top of it. And then you're golden. All right. Hopefully that helps. As far as durability, I say, I mean, as long as you get a good clear coat, you'll be fine. I mean, to be honest, when car manufacturers spray their rims and they're doing bumpers, they're not using the best clears. They're using medium grade clears. To be honest, they're not using the most top line clear coats on brand new vehicles. Just so you know. let's actually go to the garage. Beautiful day today in paradise, guys. Beautiful day in paradise. There is the bus office. Did you guys see? Yeah, there you go. Ronnie also said that the blue tack rag is less tacky, and that's true. I forgot to mention that. Thanks, Ronnie. Appreciate it. The blue tack rag, less tacky. If you're using the white one, you got a little bit more glue on it. So be careful, because if it's too hot, it will melt off. And I have both versions of tack rags here. Okay, so we're in the garage, guys. You guys see the new little one wheel we did post it on social media. It is a purple candy faded into a teal candy. Looks super cool. And this is a silver pinstripe that I did. The silver pinstripe that you see there is the actual silver paint base coat underneath the candy. So when spraying candies, they say the best foundation underneath the candy is to spray over a silver. And you could pick any silver you want. You can go with a darker version. You can go with a brighter version of silver with a little bit more metallic. So it's really up to you. I am going to test out next week when we do the moped project. So we're redoing this moped. The last time I painted this was in 2015 in Texas. I kind of like signed it. 2015 in Texas. We did, we were kind of playing around. We put some flames on it, but we're going to redo it. I used a cheap clear coat on here, and the clear coat had a lot of dieback. It wasn't really, and this was never buffed. I don't like to buff out color set and buff out small projects because it's a small thing. It's better off to just do a good paint job in the beginning and just use a good clear, and then it just be glossy and you have to mess with it. The Grom project came out excellent. Those videos are going to be out very soon as well. My guy's working on it. We hired a new video guy, so he's pumping out a lot of videos for us now, working in the back end. Because as you guys know, like video editing takes hours and hours and hours and hours, especially the amount of content we've been creating. So we're going to redo this. I think we're going to be doing like a candy tangerine on this thing with maybe some black graphics. So black and orange candy. We're going to be doing this moped. So we're going to be using a good clear coat. And this is like some of the side that we did. It was like a purple. There's no candy on here. This is a purple fade to like a magenta orange in the back. But we're going to be sanding all of this off. We're working on it. Working on it right now, as you can see. And all of this stuff is going to be in detailed video for you, showing you how to see with this. We had to sand all the way down. Because what we did was I did the graphic and then I put pinstripe. This is an actual vinyl pinstripe. Okay, this is a decal underneath the clear coat. So we have to sand that out, okay? And then prime it and then paint it. So yeah, we got a lot of new content coming out. I mean, just look at the table. We got a lot of new paints and I also tested out some new mixtures for candies to save you guys money, and it worked excellent. Really worked excellent. So, man, we're kind of going over. Okay, so I'm going to answer a couple more questions. You guys liking this so far? You guys enjoying this so far? Give me some feedback. Let me know if you guys are liking this so far. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe, tell your friends and family about it. Try to come on. Well, we do come on once a week to help you out with your auto body questions. So I'm going to take a couple more questions here. And I will see you on next week, Monday. Thanks for answering. Shout out. Thank you, buddy. Ken McAlister said, when doing a paint job with new body panels, fenders and hood, ground effects, is it better to spray everything separately or with the parts installed on the car? So if you're doing a complete new car color change paint job, okay, and you're not doing anything super crazy custom, candies or anything, or flake, okay, you could paint it separately, okay? But if you want to color match, okay, I'm not sure what you're doing. If you're going to be color matching your new panels to the rest of the car, then you might want to have the parts on the car and then do your color matching. Because if you're doing the hood only, you might have to blend into your fender, right? So there's a few different variations to do it. If you're doing candy, if you're doing a custom candy, I recommend having the whole car put together and then doing the candy, because there's no way you're going to be matching and flowing the candy. Candies, pearls, or flakes, right? Any type of custom, you want to get your car assembled as much as possible when spraying. Okay. If you have to have some gapping and you want to have some gapping, yeah, you could have your panel on, but like gapped open a little bit. Or say if you're working on a truck, an old Chevy truck or something, your bed should be opened up or like detached, but basically right near the truck so you can color match it while you're painting. Super important, because unless you don't care about having a couple different tones on your car, and then also lighting is going to be very important. So always make sure to have your Gun Bud Ultra lighting system strapped on, because this thing works very, very well. I thought it was a joke, but I mean, it works really well. Okay, last car I painted said I wouldn't paint the car again. All of your info is great info, and I am feeling way more confident. Thanks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, you'll do it again. You'll get back into it. Same color, bro, white. No primer on it. So if you're doing the same color white, yeah, 2 coats is going to be more than enough. Peter says, I recommend VIP. Help me do my body mods and paint on this car of mine. Peter from Tasmania. Awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. We cannot see your picture. For some reason, it's not popping up. Jesse Garcia, I recommend VIP. Lots of info. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was painting base coat and clear coat. I needed to put more coats because my base came out streaky. How long do I have to wait if I mess up the paint job, fresh paint job? Oh, okay. So to repaint a fresh paint job, right? That's what you're saying. I would say the longer you can wait, the better, right? Because it's a fresh paint job. You want to make sure everything's kind of cured out. So I would say 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. Let your paint breathe. Let it dry really good. Let your clear coat get hard. And then just sand it down and paint it. A week is okay. A week is okay. But if you're looking to do it the day after, that's like body shop level where they just want to get it in and out. You could do it. And you could do it. It won't hurt. But if it's a sentimental project, something that you want to put a nice paint job on, let the thing cure. Give it 2 weeks. Okay, or longer. Sometimes I'll wait 3 weeks before I repaint it because you just did the job and you screwed up. Yeah, okay. Maybe you want to take a month off. That's fine. Okay, but I would say anything after 2 weeks, you're good to go as far as redoing the paint job. Okay, but if it's a customer job, I did a customer job once on a big Chevy half-ton, and I think I did like a metal flake. It was a baby blue with metal flake, and kind of rushed the job. He paid me $5,000 to do the job, and very little tiger striping I had on the hood. Okay, because of the flake, very little, very, very little. And he came to pick it up, and he complained. He's like, "Dude, you got some." And I was like, "Okay." And then he was looking around, and he says, "Oh, the quarter panel here." So I was like, "All right, fuck it. I'm going to just repaint the whole thing for you." So literally he left. Okay. I painted it. 2 days later, he came to look at it, complained. Soon as he left, I started sanding it down. Took me a day to sand the whole thing down. The next day I painted it. I was like kind of pissed off, but I redid the whole thing. And he called me. He's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "The car is done. You can come pick it up." He's like, "What?" So, it happens. It happens. And sometimes you got to eat it. You got to put in some extra work and do it over. So that was one of hardly any. I think out of customer jobs that I had to redo, maybe 2 of them, 2 complete paint jobs in my whole painting career since I was 16 to 28. I was doing a lot of body work, maybe 2 of them. But Two of them from a customer standpoint complaining, from a customer saying something. A little bit more touch-ups that I wasn't happy with that I redid before the customer even picking up the car. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't happy. So, you know, I had a few of those as well. Okay. Okay. Shit, we got these questions coming in. I was talking about. Okay, I'm gonna go back. All right, guys, I'm gonna answer these questions. Don't type in any more questions. I'm gonna answer these as quickly as possible and best as possible, and then we're gonna move on because I'm over about 10 minutes right now. I was painting base coat, clear coat, and I needed to put more coats because my base coat came out. Okay, I answered that. I was talking about fixing a mistake you have in clear. I got chemical reaction on fresh clear coat going over it. So yeah, so if you're going to be doing something like that on a single panel or a little, you know, if you're redoing a single panel, you could wait 3-4 days and just redo it. 5 days, redo it. You know, how do you mix clear pearl and clear coat to get a flip effect? Say you have blue and green pearl at home, and you want to lay it down wet, or definitely do it wet. So if you're going to be mixing a quart of clear, I would measure out your pearls just in case you want to replicate it. And then put, you know, a teaspoon of blue, a teaspoon of green, mix it up, and there you go. You know, unless you just want to mix the two packets together to create your color shift pearl to put on your paint job. So I don't know if you're doing it. If you just want to get a complete pearl look, then it's best to paint over a black base coat. So say you got some black base coat, you could mix your pearls inside of your clear coat and spray it. Just remember that if you're spraying a red pearl over black, it's going to look like a plum. Okay, so there will be a color change as well. And it depends on how much you're painting. So, you know, it's recommended to get these things too. I like to practice on these. I forgot the name of these things. Anybody know the name of these things? They look like little mini cars. There's a name for it. I forgot what the name is. Anybody know the name of these things? And you could basically paint. They come in white or black, and you could spray base coat on them and try. You could prime them. You could just kind of, and it gives you an idea. Somebody must know the name of these things. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't fucking remember the name of these things. Yes, speed shapes. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ronnie. That's what happens when you inhale too much fumes over the years. Like, I could not remember the name of these stupid things. God. So you can get these on eBay. Speed bumps, speed shapes, whatever. Yeah, you get them on eBay and just test out, you know, whatever pearls or flakes. So what I want to test out is candying over white. And yes, binder is the best. So if you are going to be spraying, if you're a total newbie, and we cover this in VIP, I totally forgot. But if you're going to be doing pearls and flakes as a newbie, it's recommended to use a binder. And I have some right here. You could use something called DBC 500. Okay. It's an intercoat binder. So you could mix your pearls, your flakes, whatever with this, and less chance of running. Okay. If you do this, if you mix it in clear coat, like I do most times, you just got to be careful, because if you run it, then you're going to get that run of clear pearl or flake or whatever. You know what I mean? How much heat can base coat and clear coat take? I just painted an Eaton supercharger. Hopefully it won't peel off. Well, I think if you have a good primer under it, did you put a good epoxy primer under there, or a 2K filler primer? As long as that's on good, I think your paint should be okay. I mean, normal car paint, I think it's good till 200 degrees, give or take. But if you're looking at like 500-degree paint, I don't know. I think it should be okay for a while. Anybody have an answer for Paul as far as how much heat? I mean, I've painted engines with automotive paint without any issues either with base coat, clear coat. But if I'm like this Chevelle, I just use the spray can aerosol high temp paint in the enamel, and I haven't had any. Of course, that shit doesn't really peel off. Tony, I have a coupe I'm trying to paint. What type of compressor is best to paint a full car? I would say get something at least a 60-gallon. This is what I got, and it's perfect. 3.7 horsepower, a little on the small side, but I got no issues with it. Works great. Two-stage 11 CFM at 90 pounds. Okay, 60-gallon. Okay, so at least get a 60-gallon, 3.5 horsepower to 5 horsepower motor on it, two-stage, and you should be good. All right. Okay, perfect. Okay, urethane 450. That's pretty damn good. Ronnie, thank you. Ronnie, you are the man. Ronnie's the man. So Ronnie said urethane 450. That's, wow, that was more than I thought. But yeah, be careful on plastics. If you paint plastics in a heated engine compartment, the plastic will sweat or shrink or whatever, and that shit chips off. Like I painted a few plastics in my day in engine compartments, friends and people that I know as well, and over time that shit bubbles and chips off. But on metal, I never really noticed any issues painting over metal. I painted over fresh clear. Next day it reacted. I was fixing streaky base coat. Man, I don't know. I think maybe just let that thing cure for a little bit more, then redo it. Yeah, let me know, Paul. That's pretty cool. I think you should be fine though, man. As long as your prep is solid, as long as it was sanded correctly and you got your primer on it and then your paint, you shouldn't have any issues really. Prep is the most important part, the prep. Was clear coat. Yeah, Jbird. I don't think it might have just been a black swan event. Maybe just give it a few days, let it dry and redo it, because that shouldn't have really happened. That shouldn't have happened. Because I've done jobs where I had to sand and clear and redo it the next day, going over a fresh paint job with no problems. So I think it was just some weird thing on your end. All right. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the live. Everybody enjoyed the live. Let me know. Type in the chat. Let me know. We got new videos coming out. We're working on a bunch of different projects. This is going to be a new YouTube video, step by step, on how we did this candy. I'm a little upset because this teal is really not showing up on camera the way the naked eye sees it. So I'm going to have my video guy try to edit the video to get that teal to really come out for you guys. Thank you guys, so you guys can see it. Anyway, so we got a whole video series coming out on this. The Grom series is going to be out soon. My video guys are working on that. The BMW, I sold the BMW. That thing is going to be coming out as well. And then we are going to be banging this project. After this project, plan to have this all primed up by Friday, my time, Friday, Saturday this week. And then after that, I think we're going to be hitting up the van project. And then maybe, I'm not sure. After the van, I'm not sure if we want to do the Tesla or the Chevelle. Maybe the Tesla first, because it's a lot less work. Chevelle is going to need a little bit more sanding and TLC to get it the way I want. But the Tesla, I'm thinking to do a candy fade, just like this, but more of a magenta to a purple. Magenta in the front to a purple fade in the black, I think is going to look sick. So that's the scoop on that. Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week, Monday, around this time. And before I leave, to all you newbies just tuning in or whatever, I'm just going to kind of put in put in this link here for you guys to get some free training. And if you guys are looking for some great spray guns, same spray guns that I use at Paradise Garage here, check out Zula.com, and highly recommended. And yeah, and this is the clear that I used finished. It's inexpensive, but it's freaking good clear. I gotta tell you, this is good clear coat. And I used that Acme on this, and no dieback at all. It's shiny. It looks like I just laid it on. No joke. Super glossy. So yeah, I got my speed shapes. Got to check out your channel. All right, will do, buddy. Will do. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See ya next week. Have a great evening. Be cool. And yeah, don't bite into the whole vaccine BS campaign. I don't know. Whatever. Voodoo topic. Ooh. Thanks. I will wait a week or two. Thanks for answering. Yeah, man, I think a week should be enough. Let it dry good and redo it. All right, guys, I'm going to head out today. Talk to you later. Have a great evening. Tony here from Paradise Garage. Peace out. Peace out, guys. Thanks.